it's insufficiently warm to ripen grapes.
So think about this. So Josh finished college. He cruised around Europe. He did a harvest in Burgundy, learned that limestone soils made the best wines. Then he went back to California and went on a 2.25-year journey to find the property that we're at. And he did it by going to the Bureau of Land Mines, buying a $5
Bureau
map.
of Mines.
Bureau of Land is what I meant. Bureau of Land Mines, Bureau of Mines, Bureau of Mimes, whatever. But the idea is he got a map, paid $5 for it, got some acid, and then he'd go hop fences wherever it looked like there was limestone and test for it. And then if he liked the property and he thought it was warm enough, he'd make an offer and people would be like, no, and hung up on him. It's crazy that this guy did that 40 years ago when nobody thought you could make good Pinot in California. I mean, think about that. Nobody was making good Pinot in California. He's a young guy, goes to France, and then all of a sudden hears about limestone, comes back and goes for it. It's amazing.
And the acid that I bought was sulfuric acid.
Sulfuric.
So if you tried dropping
He wasn't dropping Timothy Leary acid on the limestone.
If you tried dropping sulfuric acid into your mouth and throat, you'd lose the whole internal part of your body.
So kids at home, do not drop sulfuric acid. It'll rot your insides out. It'll come out the other side. Warning.
It'll melt your inside, protect the buds.
So I got to tell you, so what Josh is saying is that frost is a big potential problem here, and they don't have the technology. Like they use windmills to fight against frost. They use like overhead sprinklers that put a little covering of ice around it so that the buds don't get hurt. So what they do here is they leave much longer shoots after pruning than you'd see at places that don't have a risk of frost, because they don't know which ones of all these little buds are going to get frozen during a cold snap. So they have to leave an insurance policy, and I would say that it gets pretty cold here sometimes because it looks like a pretty big insurance policy.
Well, yeah, it's all.
In other words, like if frost was not an issue here, you would cut here, but because Josh isn't sure how much frost damage we're going to have, he's leaving all of the rest of this as an insurance policy, because sometimes you can have such a bad frost that 90% of your buds are bad. And 90% bad, if you didn't leave an insurance policy, you'd have nothing.
They just get damaged and
they won't grow.
And they won't grow. So